at the group. Then I pointed out that, okay. I pointed out that, see, we are going to be having, I don't know if that picture is there at the group, that BTC is moving upward. And then I pointed it out. Look at the candle here that shows that this thing now, it has formed a bullish something. And we all saw it, how the whole thing moved up and got up to 35K. Most of the times for valid this thing range, it forms like 3 or 4 healthy candles. And then before profit, let's take this money and go, because this market is looking bearish. Let's just take this money and go away. I've made money. So that's how it is. But for invalid, what do they call it? Invalid moves like that, it just forms small, you see small, this thing like this here. And see what happened here. But it has formed a big candle. The major thing is, let's have that distance. Traders will come and collect their profit and go away. So we talked about all those things, and then we now went ahead to talk about setting your stop loss using what do they call it? The risk and reward ratio, 3:1, 2:1. You should never use the same size of profit margin and set the same size of stop loss for your trade. Is wrong. It's going to keep you on a negative side. You might be losing if you're following that type of trading plan. And then the strategy will now dwell on. The single strategy I've been emphasizing here is, number 1, find your trend. And number 2, find your trading points or your swing points. If it's for downtrend, you look for 2 lower low. 2 lower low. Then the next one you enter. If it's for uptrend, you look for 2 higher high. Once it forms higher high like this 2 times, you know that the trend has formed. The trend is forming. You see something is forming higher high 2 times. You now enter at the next one, looking at some other parameters. Then I still told us that another thing again to watch out for is this. Check, be sure that there are some little indicators we can use to confirm whether this thing is good for us to enter the trade or not. Like your moving average. Moving average, the simple one. Some traders use 200 days moving average and 50 days. They just combine the 2 of them and they use it. Some others use 30 days moving average together with 50 days moving average. Some use 20 days. Everybody has their trading plan. But what is important is this. If this moving average is like a dynamic support and resistance. It's like a dynamic support and resistance. So if you're trading above it, it shows that the bulls, they are in control. If you are trading below it, if your trade is still below it, you know that the bears, they are still in control. So it's not very safe trading below it when you want to long. But it's not like a trade signal on its own. It's not a trade signal on its own. Say this thing is down like this, below this thing, maybe it means go and short. It's not a trade signal on its own. You can combine it with with your price action to determine, yes, I can enter this trade, enter it and make your money. But it's not like when you see stuff like that, you just see we are trading below it, you see a long red candle, means that we should short this trade. That's what a lot of traders, they do, because they just work with their emotions. They see red candle, all of them, they are running bandwagon, they want to short, they want to short. At the end of the day, the whole thing can turn around, and then the whales, they know how to play the game. When they liquidate a lot of people, it might still come back to go to that direction. This is what happens in the market. So I told us that you can still use other things to confirm too, like your support and resistance. Your support and resistance, a major indicator. A major indicator. It shows if you are trading above your support, it shows that this trade can still go higher. Shows your trade can still go higher. But if you are trading below it, you shouldn't just go and place a long trade below your support. You can get some kind of resistance, and is going to cause some shaking, some manipulations for you, that you might be tempted to sell off your stock on time. So that's it. Those are the three. Then when you find your trading, your swing point or your entry positions, you look for a supporting candle. This thing can form those trends, and then at the end of the day, these market makers, they might make sure you won't see that supporting candle. And a lot of people will be tempted to jump. They want to front run the markets, and they'll jump in, and then at the end of the day, they are losing money because they have not waited for confirmation. Wait for confirmation. No hurry about this. If your trade, according to analysts, they said, allow your trade to come to you. Don't jump into trade. Allow it. You see the formation clearly, and it's going to favor you. But if you are trying to force trades, at the end of the day, you might be losing money. You might just be losing money. You are forcing it to forcing the setup. Maybe you are seeing head and shoulders, like what we have been saying here, dead cross, head and shoulders. If my brother Victor decides to enter this trade at this point, he has seen dead cross, head and shoulders has formed already. Let's enter. There, it might not happen. Everything is possible. It might not just happen. And this thing might decide to...
The waiting list. Some people accompany the group that they have been waiting for long. Please add them.
Yeah, I have admitted almost everybody. Just one left. Okay.
Hello, sir.
So, yeah, thank you. Can we have your question, your observation?
Yes, when you talked about higher high and lower low, is it the same as double top and double bottom?
No. Double top, double bottom, they are not the same. Double top, most of the time, for traders trading price action, most of the time, it's just like there is a strong resistance that's formed. And then when price gets to that point, is now thrown down again. It forms like a double top. If it's for double bottom, like look at what we have here. It formed like a double bottom. It touched here one, touched it two times. I'm sorry, my drawing is really bad. This place here, you can see we did it two times. We touched that bottom two times. It formed a strong resistance. See when the shadow, you cast a shadow here, cast a shadow here, shows there a lot of buyers, they are here, they now form that this thing, resistance. It's called double bottom. It can still happen at the top, and you call it double top. All is English. So hope you understand now. But
Double.
is not.
Yeah, yes, sir. I understand that double top and double bottom as I read from the PDF you gave us.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to equate it if it was the same with what you, or maybe I didn't understand, but the lower high,
same thing. Lower high, higher low. That one is for you to know that your trend is confirming. It formed the lower high, just like that. It means you are now having a downtrend. Lower high is happening. If lower high happens one, you allow it. It happens again. You look for your entry, then you kill it.
Lower high, lower high, lower high and lower low. They are called, they are market structures.
Yeah, thank you for downtrends. Yeah.
Yeah, market structure. Why double bottom and double top are your chart patterns? Chart patterns.
Okay.
What you are looking at, chart patterns.
All right. Okay, so any other question? Any more questions?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Let me say from what I have seen so far, for us we have never.
I have a question I want to ask.
We are going to
one after the other, please.
So, how best can you say we as people who never traded should do in order for us to familiarize ourselves with what is happening, what we should expect, what we should be doing, so that at the end of the day, we can make money?
Okay, sincerely, yeah, you'll be learning how to use these things we have been talking about in the next section also, where we'll be using it to trade finance features, BitMEX, and also those, but we'll be using it for features trading later on in our next sections. But for now, for you to get to understand all these things we've been saying, you need to practice it. Practice, you can get this tab trader and then use your look for entry points, like get entry points, look at how the price react to different positions. Test it. You don't need to use money. If you want to try out money, use little amounts so that you make all your mistakes with small amounts, first of all. But I'll recommend, most of the time, do paper trading for a while. Paper trading, okay, I entered at 34,000 for a short, or 35,000. I've seen rejection happening at 35K severally. Okay, let me enter at 35K. If you enter at that point, and then you observe that you saw all your market structure and all that, and then the thing begin to react and come down and gets to your support, and then you exited it, all on paper, all on imaginary money. You won't be afraid when, by the time you're now starting, you start with small amounts, $50, $100, you start trading gradually, and building your confidence in the market. By the time you do it, as you're doing it, you're recording your success. You're recording whether is this strategy, has it been consistent, or do I need to tweak it a little? Do I need to add more confirmation before I enter? Did I make any mistake? Because obviously you make some mistakes. Sometimes your emotions might move you to get into the market too early. Like some people might look at all these things now and say, oh, in fact, I can't wait any longer. Let me just shut this market and go and sleep. They will front run the market and they will lose. And then tomorrow they will learn that one as a lesson that you don't need to be in a hurry. The market should come to you. All these things are things you build. You need to build your emotions too, so that you can handle these things. Even if sometimes you might have some little losses, you don't kill yourself for it. You go ahead, you enter again, because you're using your money management properly. Those are the things you need to put in place so that you don't lose money. So when you do all that, with time, you're building your confidence. You are sure that when you are using money, you won't be losing. So that's how it is. So, but if you go ahead and then maybe you feel you have a lot of money to spare, let's just enter with maybe 50% of your capital, and you just go. If the market hits you, let me see, you call crypto a scam. You call everything. In fact, these people, they were saying all rubbish. That's why you be calling it, because you didn't observe this principle. It's very simple. Try out with small money or paper trade for a while. First of all, try it, paper trade for a while. Put small money into the market. Test it. A lot of you guys, I think Binance doesn't work in South Africa and Zimbabwe, so I don't know. You can use other platforms, to do it.
I think
Binance works in South Africa.
to figure out what to use, because close on one side, it mustn't determine that we have been closed out internationally. So possibly there will be platforms that will allow us.
I didn't get you. Please rephrase.
Okay. I said on that note, I think we'll figure out what to use, as Binance as jurisdiction doesn't allow us to figure out what platforms to use or what exchanges.
So nobody here knows any platform to use. Is that what you guys are saying? Nobody is trading crypto in South Africa. Is there no exchange that is allowed there? So if you have any suggestion to that, give us so that others can learn.
I think we can even use platforms like OKX and
OKX works, but
yes,
and Binance works.
And some other, though not with specificity as to which one, but I think there are some which are working.
Finance works in South Africa.
You said Binance works in.
All the platforms are working. Finance. The only thing they've blocked is sending money, but with like buying cryptocurrency with your cards, like your credit card. So they blocked it. And also they block if you use
they didn't block it.
Like
they didn't block it.
Yeah, I still use my card to buy crypto.
Okay. Yeah, but if they catch you, they're gonna decline it. You can still use it now. Maybe your bank is allowing it, but they did say in the communique, say if anybody's found doing that, you'll be blocked. If you transfer crypto overseas using your Luno, your Alticon trader, because those are your local exchanges, they will block you.
It's better to follow the policy so they don't block your account.
I won't follow the police. I'll shoot the president.
Thank you.
Follow them, please, so they don't
Ramaphosa.
forget.
For those of us that want to, I dropped
Sorry,
a
can I
link.
confirm?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. For those of us that want to try using practicing account, or
Okay, the MT4 stuff.
yeah,
Actually, it even OKX. I heard. I don't know if it's working in your area. I heard OKX. They have a demo account. You can try that also, so that you have a feel of everything in crypto.
yeah, there are so many of them. They can use SNES too.
Yeah, OKX does a demo. You can try it.
SNES too is good.
So that's it. So get the one you use and practice. You do some paper trades. You're good to go. I want to hear from us our questions so that we'll just treat them here.
Yeah.
We'll treat them here.
Yeah. So I want to add to people that intend using a practicing account.
Yeah.
They can still use SNES.
Okay. Yeah, you said it over and over. I think they've
Yes,
gotten it.
SNES is okay. So they can do their practicing stuff there.
Okay. Yeah. I want to hear your questions. Let's get to hear you. Any more questions before we close?
Hello. Sorry. Before we close, ne? I bought some few coins in Binance.
Okay.
It's my first time doing trading. I was just advised to buy those few coins. So I bought them for $10, most of them. I think it's 6 or 7 of them, but only a few with the huge amount, not huge, but $50 or so. But I need to set the stop loss. Yeah, the stop loss. So given let's say give an example of the $10 one. I didn't know about setting the stop loss before I started trading. So they've gone down at the moment. They're around $5, $6. And I'm afraid that I might end up getting to zero, losing everything. So I'm just waiting for them to pick up, and then I need to set the stop loss. No, don't laugh. That's the money I have, and I'm watching it like a close hawk. Yeah, so I'm wondering where can I set my stop loss there for a $10 coin or a $50 coin?
I don't want to front our trading will come to that stage next week or so. The